Welcome, everyone, to University Stadium, home to the Lobos of the University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the New Mexico Lobos. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Lobos will kick it away to start us off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms. But the style, always the same. Line up, hit Michigan is.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. This offense has a 2nd down play. Little touch pass to the receiver. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And now on 3rd down after that last run. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. At midfield, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. The give to the back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing 4th down.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he's got it! Touchdown, New Mexico!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember, drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too, but when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Working that left side now. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's got it on the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go to the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. The defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Lobos will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top.
Touchdown, Michigan! What a catch and run for 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to South Alabama. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Grab near the marker. It's Boone. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
The Lobos will line it up on 1st and 10. The lone back's got it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen. Flying out to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
How about the kick six? What a return. And think about it. You go for the long field goal, do a good job of keeping somebody deep for the return. And here's the hard thing. All those offensive linemen try to protect for field goal. Now they got to go try to make a tackle. Too much speed. What an amazing return. What a big play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Fair catch called for and made. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll go to the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On the return, it's Sanders. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Handoff from the gun. Ball's out. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down.
325.
He's looking to throw it. Release to the back. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Lobos moving quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Lobos!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll run play action. This time he's got his man. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Michigan.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
2-9 Philly.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. Michigan, 42. New Mexico, 14.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Leaves it with the running back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Lobos line up to punt it away.
Number 18, on to kick it away.
I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Going up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Turns it on at midfield. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, going up top. It's complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll give it to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Wolverines will have it first and 10. Give to the back. Pull down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Power football with the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
Near the 6-yard line. Third down coming.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try it over the left side. Nice move to stay on his feet. They make the stop of this running game. Moves to change as they get the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They've been running it, but now the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, but just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Still looking. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go with a direct snap. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 45, New Mexico 14.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. At the 35, he's got room. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Give to the running back. Oh, gave the defender the business. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 2 to South Alabama. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes a connection. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. He'll just keep slinging it. This one's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He now has 110 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.